vegetables. So what's a new topic to learn? Crops and vegetables. Have you heard this term, crops? I know probably you would have heard this term, crops, right? What are crops? Any idea? Crops are plants only, but plants with some special features. Like, this is the definition of crop. Crop is a plant which grows in a specific season and in a particular type of soil. Got it? So what is a crop? It's a plant only, but a plant which has two preferences. What are preferences? Some plants prefer to grow in a particular season only, during a particular part of the year, and they prefer to grow in a specific kind of soil. Only if they get these two preferences, they will be giving a good yield, they will be growing healthy and giving us a good yield. For example, if you take the example of wheat, you know that wheat is widely cultivated in our country. Wheat is a crop. We call wheat as a crop. It's definitely a plant, and this wheat plant we call it as a crop. Why? It has a preference for the climate. Wheat is usually cultivated during winter season. If you cultivate wheat during summer season, the yield will not be that good. Can you all mute your audio? Please do mute your audio, everyone. So, wheat is a crop which actually, please mute your audio, it's a disturbance to us here. So, wheat is a crop which actually prefer to grow in a particular season, that is winter season, and it grows well if it's planted in sandy soil. You heard of different types of soil, right? Like what all? There is sandy soil, there is clayey soil, you heard of loamy soil. But which type of soil do wheat prefer? Wheat prefers growing in whatever soil? Sandy soil. Sandy and well irrigated soil. Irrigated means we have to keep on supplying water to wheat. Then only it will be growing healthy and will give us a good yield. So we will first learn what's the definition of this term, crops. Can you refer to the slide? This is the definition of crops. Plants of one kind. I told you one example of wheat. It's a plant of one kind, right? Grown in a particular area or region. That means it is being grown in a region with a specific kind of soil during a particular period, that is during a particular time of year, during a particular season. So crops have two preferences. They have preferences for what? The climate, and they have preference for the soil. Such plants we call them as what? Crops. So we will read the definition one more time. You have to by heart during the practice session. I will be asking you questions based on this. So go for the screen. What is a crop? I have reminded you to mute your audio. There are a few who have not done that. Please do that. Otherwise, remain quiet. If you don't know how to mute your audio, remain quiet. Is it clear? So, crop is plant of one kind grown in a particular area or region during a particular period. We call such plants as what? Crops. Today here in this chapter we will be discussing so many different kinds of crops, their preference for the climate and their preference for the soil. So shall we start? In our country, India, we mainly have, so mute all. Some of them have not muted the audio. So in our country we have two main kinds of crops. Depending upon the season in which they are grown, we classify crops into two main heads. Can you go for the heading? Crops which are grown in winter season, we call them as rabi crops, and crops which are grown in monsoon season, that is rainy season, we call such crops as kharif crops. So is it clear to you? Crops are classified into two main headings based on a criterion. What criterion? Depending upon the season in which they are grown, we classify crops. All crops that we cultivate in our country, that is India, we classify them into two main headings. The crops that are cultivated during winter season, we call them as rabi crops, and crops which are cultivated during monsoon season, otherwise rainy season, we call them as kharif crops. Both of these crops actually have they have opposite preferences. If rabi crops are growing healthy during winter season. Kharif crops grow healthy during which season? Only monsoon season. That's because Kharif crops prefer lot of water. For the healthy growth, Kharif crops need lot of water. That's why they are specifically cultivated during which season only? During monsoon season only. So which are the two main headings of crops? Crops are of two kinds. The ones which are grown in winter season, we call them as Rabi crops, and ones which are grown in monsoon season, we call them as what? Kharif crops. So we'll now discuss about one kind of crop, that is, we'll first start with Rabi crops. Because they are cultivated during winter season, we otherwise call them as what? Winter crops. So we'll learn the characteristic of these crops. The first point, refer to the screen. What's the first point? When do we grow such crops? We are growing such crops during winter season. That's why we call them as winter crops, right? They need a cold climate to grow healthy and to give us a good yield. The climate preference of these crops is what? They prefer growing in which season? In winter season, when the climatic conditions are very cool. Now go for the next characteristic. When do we grow such crops, that is Rabi crops? During winter season, right? That is, we grow them from November to April. This is the time that we grow Rabi crops. We plant them in the month of November. So when do we plant Rabi crops? We plant them in the month of November, and we wait till April to harvest them. So when is the harvesting time of Rabi crops? It's April. The plants will be attaining their full growth only by April, and they will be giving their full yield only by April. But when do we plant them? We plant them in the month of November. That's why we say Rabi crops are grown from which month to which month? We grow them from November to April. Now we have a few examples for Rabi crops here. Crops like wheat, crops like gram. I told you earlier, wheat is a crop which is usually grown in which season? We grow them during winter season because they prefer a cold climate. Also, vegetables like cabbage, cauliflower, radish, bean and pea, we grow such crops, otherwise we grow such vegetables also during winter season. So we grow crops like wheat and gram. We grow vegetables like cabbage, cauliflower, radish, bean and pea during which season? During winter season. But you know, these vegetables are available year round, right? Or is it like cabbage is available only in winter, otherwise cauliflower is available only in winter, you know? It's available in the supermarkets all round the year. Then why do we call them as winter crops? Usually crops which are cultivated in winter season only, we call them as what? Winter crops. But you know, these vegetables and these grains are available all round the year. Why? Because there are some places in India which have got this type of climate, that is cold climate, all round the year. If you go to hilly places, if you go to Ooty or Kodaikanal, you could see a lot of places where this cauliflower is being cultivated. So what is the reason? These vegetables are available all round the year. For what reason? There are some places in India which have this type of climate, that is cold climate, winter climate, all round the year. Year round, it will be having the same climate, almost the same climate. So it's possible growing these vegetables all round the year. So to sum it up one more time, Rabi crops, they are crops grown during winter season. So for that reason, we call them as winter crops also. So we will go point wise. Rabi crops are grown in winter season. Then they are grown from November to April. As I've told you earlier, they are being sown in the month of November and they are harvested in the month of April. Then examples given in your textbook are crops like wheat and gram. Wheat and gram prefer growing in cold climate. That's why they are cultivated during winter season. They don't need much of water. Even without much of rainwater, these crops will be growing healthy and will give us a good yield. Now go for the other examples. Which all vegetables are grown during this season? We grow vegetables like cabbage, cauliflower, radish, bean and pea during this season. We'll go for a few examples of Rabi crops. Here on left hand side, you could see picture of which all crops. You can see picture of wheat, oat, chickpea, mustard, almond and broccoli. So all these 6 crops prefer growing in which season? They prefer growing in winter season. So these crops actually, their roots will start rotting if there is much of water. That's why these plants don't require much of water, so they can be grown during which season? They can be grown during winter season. Now we'll discuss the next type of crops, crops which are grown during monsoon season. Because they are grown during monsoon season, we call them as monsoon crops, otherwise specifically as what? Kharif crops. So what are kharif crops? I'll ask all these later during the interactive session, so be attentive. What are kharif crops? They are crops grown during which season? During monsoon season. So it's clear that these crops require lot of water for growing healthy, for developing, otherwise for producing a good yield. These crops need lot of rainwater. That's why I go for the last point. This is the main characteristic of kharif crops. They need plenty of water for their good yield. To produce a good yield, kharif crops need plenty of water. That's why they are grown during which season? They are grown during monsoon season. Now go for the first characteristic. When do we grow kharif crops? They are grown from June to October. That is, these crops are planted in the month of June, and when will you go for harvesting them? In the month of October. That's why I specify they are grown from June to October. Then it's grown in which season? It's grown in monsoon season. That is the season during which we receive lot of rainfall. Examples are rice, maize, jowar and bajra. These are crops which prefer to grow during monsoon season. So it's very clear these crops need lot of water. Now we have examples of cotton, paddy, sunflower, soya bean and millet. All these grains are being cultivated during which season? We cultivate it during monsoon season, otherwise during rainy season. We'll go for a few examples of kharif crops. When you refer to this picture, we have example of rice, corn, soya bean, sugarcane, groundnut and cotton. So these plants are usually cultivated during rainy season, otherwise during monsoon season. That's why they give us a good yield. If they are cultivated during any other season, they will not be growing healthy, otherwise they will not be giving us a good yield. So to sum up, we will compare the characteristics of kharif crops and rabi crops. We have discussed about rabi crops first, so I will read the content that's under this heading, rabi crops. I think the screen is visible to you. What are rabi crops? They are crops that are sown at the end of monsoon. That is, they don't need much of rainwater. That's why they're sown at the end of monsoon. Otherwise, at the beginning of which season? In the beginning of winter season. So when do we grow rabi crops? In the beginning of winter season. These crops, because they're grown in winter, they are known as winter crops. Otherwise, we can call them as spring crops. You know, spring is also a time in which atmosphere is extremely cool. Now go for the third characteristic mentioned. These crops are not affected by the rainfall because they don't need much of rain. They are actually not at all dependent on rainfall. Examples of rabi crops are wheat, gram, peas, barley, etc. Now, a warm climate is required for seed germination and a cold climate for the growth of plants. And for the last point, we harvest them in which month? In the month of March to April. So they are planted in winter season, that is between September and October, and the harvesting is done in which month? In the month of either March to April. I'll go for the first one, kharif crops. What are the characteristics? I'll just read it one by one. They are crops which are sown at the beginning of the rainy season. We prefer growing these crops only in rainy season. Why? These plants have much requirement for water. So only if there is enough of rainfall, they will be growing healthy. So because they are grown during rainy season, they are otherwise known as what? Monsoon crops. Crops which are grown during rainy season, otherwise monsoon season, we call them as what? Monsoon crops. These crops depend on rainfall patterns. They need much of rain, so they depend upon rainfall. Examples are rice, maize, cotton, jowar, bajra, etc. It requires a lot of water to grow. And the last point, harvesting is done in the month of September to October. So as you could see here, rabi crops prefer growing in which season? The season where there is no much of rainfall, that is in winter season. Kharif crops grow in which season? A season in which there is enough of rainfall. So their characteristics are different. So these crops have a preference for the time of the year in which they are grown. Rabi crops prefer growing in which season? They prefer growing in winter season only, and kharif crops are usually grown in the season in which there is enough of rainfall, that is during monsoon time. Now, plants have preference for soil also. Earlier what did we learn? Plants have preference for the climate. So, plants have preference for what also? They prefer growing in a particular kind of soil also. I think this is clear to you. There are three main types of soil. That is, we have sandy soil with large grains, then clay soil with fine grains. The particle size of the grain is very small for clay soil. And what is loamy soil? It's a soil with a right mix of these two. It's a mix of sandy soil and clay soil. So, I'll repeat it one more time. Sandy soil means the particles of sand are bigger. Because the particles are bigger, there is much space between the sand particles. So, the sandy soil will not be able to hold much of water. So, we call it as a well-drained soil. There is enough of drainage. Sandy soil is a soil which cannot hold water. What about clay soil? In clay soil, the particle size is very small. So, there is no much space between the particles. Clay soil can hold water. So, clay soil has good water holding capacity. Now, I told earlier loamy soil is a right mix of these two, that is sandy soil and clay soil. In right mix we call it as loamy soil. Now, we learn about the soil preferences of a few crops. Earlier we learned crops have some preferences for the climate in which they are grown. Now, we are going to discuss this. Crops have some soil preferences. For example, go for the first point, rice and jute. They prefer growing in what type of soil? Clay soil. And the characteristic of clay soil is mentioned in bracket. Clay soil has good water holding capacity, can hold plenty of water. So, rice and jute are crops which need more water. For their healthy growing, they need more of water. So, you could see rice and jute extensively cultivated in West Bengal. In which state of our country do you see extensive cultivation of rice and jute? In West Bengal. Why? Which type of soil is there in West Bengal? In most of the regions of West Bengal, we have clay soil with what characteristic property? Clay soil holds plenty of water. So, because rice and jute need more of water, they prefer growing in which type of soil? Clay soil. So, for the next one, wheat. I mentioned it earlier. Wheat prefers growing in sandy soil. Sandy soil means a soil which cannot hold much of water. But wheat actually requires some water for growing healthy. That's why we have to keep on irrigating. You know what is irrigating? You have to keep on giving a continuous supply of water. So, sandy soil is available in Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. That's why wheat is extensively grown in these two states. Which all states? Punjab and Uttar Pradesh have extensive wheat fields. Why? The soil found in that region is sandy and it's a soil in which wheat prefers to grow. So, for the third example, jowar and bajra. They are grown in sandy soil, and sandy soil you know is available in Rajasthan. So, in Rajasthan you can see extensive fields which cultivate jowar and bajra. Go for the next one. It's another crop, cotton, and you see a different kind of soil mentioned here, black soil. What is black soil? The soil which is brown to black in color, and it's a soil which is very fertile. Why that soil is fertile? It's extremely rich in humus. You know what is humus? Dead leaves and all mix with soil and make the soil extremely fertile. And the color of the soil will be from the range of brown to black. We call it as black soil. In central and western India, we have this black soil, and which crop is extensively cultivated there? It is cotton crop, which is extensively cultivated in this black soil found in central and western India. We learned the soil preferences of tea plants. Tea plants prefers growing in moist soil. I think you have seen the places where tea plants are cultivated, right? It's usually cultivated in hilly areas. And in India, we see it extensively cultivated in along the slopes of hilly areas like Assam, Nilgiri and Darjeeling. So, when you go to Darjeeling and all, you could see most of the slopes, hill slopes, we could see tea plants cultivated in the slopes. Now, we will go for the example that we have extensively in our state, coconut. Coconut is grown usually in coastal areas. And we could see coconut in our state, Kerala as well as Goa. Why? Coconut prefers growing in areas which have surrounded by water bodies. So these are all the soil preferences of these crops. So what are we discussing? We are discussing the soil preferences of some crops. Crops will not be growing healthy in all the different kinds of soil. They have a preference. Some crops actually prefer to growing in a particular type of soil only. We'll go for one more slide. These are the soil preferences of maize and onion and groundnut. Maize is a crop which actually prefer growing in dry soil, of which all type of area in plains, otherwise hills. That's why you could see maize extensively cultivated in states like Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. So maize is extensively cultivated in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. And in which type of soil are they cultivated? They are being cultivated in dry soil of either plains or hills. I'll go for the last example, onion and groundnut. They prefer what type of soil? They prefer growing in well-drained. What do you mean by well-drained? The soil which will not hold much of water. The water will be draining and moving underground. So this sandy soil is, which property of sandy soil did we discuss earlier? Is the soil which cannot hold much of water. Because if there is much of water in the area, the roots of onion and groundnut will start decaying. So they don't prefer much of water content. That's why onion and groundnut is usually grown in which type of soil? In a well-drained and sandy soil. So what did we learn today? We learned about two preferences of plants. What all? Plants prefer to grow in a particular climate, and also plants prefer to grow in a particular kind of soil. We'll go for the revision from the beginning. So in today's session, we learned about crops. You learned the definition of crops. What is a crop? It's a particular kind of plant grown in a particular area, otherwise region, during a particular period. Period means a particular season, otherwise a particular time of a year. The crops that is the plants which are grown in a specific area or region means what? The type of soil the plants prefer, and also during a particular period means what? The particular climate that a plant prefer. We call such crops as, otherwise such plants as crops. So we will go for an example of a crop. Wheat is an example of a crop. Why we say wheat is an example of a crop? Wheat is actually a plant which is grown in what kind of soil? It's sandy and irrigated soil. During which part of the year? During winter season. So any plant which has a preference for the soil and which has a preference for a climate can be called as a crop. So we have so many different kinds of crops which could be classified under two headings. What are the two headings? There are crops which are grown in a specific season like winter. We call them as rabi crops. Crops which are grown in monsoon season in which rainwater is much available, we call them as kharif crops. So they have a preference. These crops have a preference for what? Season. Otherwise, the time of the year in which they are cultivated. So we learned about rabi crops, which are otherwise known as winter crops, because they are cultivated mainly during winter season. So rabi crops are crops which are grown in winter season, and they are being grown from November to April. That is, they are being sown in the month of November and harvested in the month of April. Examples are crops like wheat and gram. Then during winter season, vegetables like cabbage, cauliflower, radish, bean and pea can be cultivated. So we call them as winter crops. So we call them as seasonal vegetables. Why? I think you are familiar with this term, seasonal fruits, seasonal vegetables. Now during this season we get plenty of mangoes. Why? Mango actually, they get ripe during this season, during summer season. So we have seasonal crops, crops which are abundantly available during a specific time of the year. We learned examples of rabi crops. You have so many examples in your textbook. Here we are going to learn the examples of wheat, oat, chickpea, mustard, almond and broccoli vegetable. Now kharif crops, they are crops with these characteristics because they need plenty of water. They are usually grown in monsoon season, so we call them as monsoon crops. They are grown from Which month to which month? It's all important, from June to October. That is, the seeds are sown during the month of June and they are being harvested in the month of October. Examples are rice, maize, jowar and bajra. Cotton, paddy, sunflower, soya bean and millet also prefer growing during monsoon season. And the main characteristic of these crops are what? They prefer lot of water. That's why they are usually grown in which season? A season in which rainwater is readily available. We learned the difference between kharif and rabi crops. Then we discussed about the main kinds of soil, and crops have some preferences for soil also. We learned about preferences of rice, jute, they prefer clayey soil, wheat prefers sandy soil, jowar, bajra prefers sandy soil, cotton prefers black soil, tea plants prefer moist soil, coconut prefers soil found in coastal areas, maize prefer dry soil, onion and groundnut prefer well-drained and sandy soil. We'll discuss 2 examples from your textbook, the exercise question, and then we'll go to the interactive session. So this is a question that you have in your textbook. Plants that need clayey soil to grow well are, I told you earlier, clayey soil is a soil which could hold much of water. So which crops need much of water to grow? It's rice and jute. So you have to mark this answer in your textbook. Rice and jute are the plants which actually prefer to grow in clayey soil. Now, in India, crops like wheat and gram are grown from November to April and are called as which crops? Rabi crops. Now, onion and groundnut need. This is the answer. Onion and groundnut need well-drained sandy soil. Now, we'll stop with this horse question and then we'll move on to the interactive session. Why can't we grow tea in Rajasthan? You know, which type of soil is there in Rajasthan? We discussed it earlier, it's sandy soil. Sandy soil has what characteristic? It cannot hold much of water. You know, tea prefers growing in moist soil. That's why we can't grow tea in Rajasthan. We usually grow tea in what type of areas? Hilly areas. So shall we move on to the interactive session?
Okay. So here 4 answers. 4 is the leftmost digit of the first number, and 6 is the leftmost digit of the second number. In these two cases, which is the largest one? 6 is the bigger one. 6 is the largest digit. So in that case, we can say that 674 is the largest number. Now coming to the next question, so 400. So when you have same number of digits, you start comparing from the leftmost digits. Leftmost digit. Now if the leftmost digit of two numbers are so, the second step is if the number of digits are same. You all know all these things. Even then you have to listen carefully so that you have to be thorough with the topic. Next year onwards, you are not going to learn these topics. Okay. If the numbers have the same digits, same number of digits, then what you have to do? If the numbers have the same number of digits, then start comparing. How will you do? Start comparing from the leftmost digits. These are the two steps involved in comparing two numbers. First one, if two numbers are having same number of digits, or if two numbers, first one is if the number having more, please mute your microphone, the number having more digits is the greatest. Now the second step is if two numbers are having same number of digits, in that case you start compare from the leftmost digits. Now if the leftmost digit is same,